channel. If you're new here, my name is Xardea. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on your post notification bell to all. It's like the subscribe button, then it's the bell. Click that bell, turn it to all so you don't miss when I post more videos. Also follow me on Instagram at xoShardea. That's pretty much my name on all of my social media sites, so I'll appreciate it if you go follow me. Comment somewhere, let me know where you're coming from. I would greatly appreciate all of the love. So last year in 2021, I made a video of names that I love that I won't be using, but they were pretty much very specific. I was looking for names that started with certain initials, with certain letters. So like an A and an S. So I was very, it looked like y'all liked that video. So I actually wanted to make another one that's not so specific and give you guys some other options, some other rare, unique names that I feel like are so cool and probably have great meaning to them. I know some of them do. I didn't look into all of them. In my other video, I told you the reason why I liked the name, if it had a meaning and all this different type of stuff. But in this video, because I'm giving you so many more names, I don't want to take up too much time and give you the meaning on those names. I am going to put the spelling here on the screen so that you're able to go and research those names. But I have a lot of names to share with you guys. Again, they're not going to be letter specific, they're just going to be some cool names. Whenever you're having a baby, you got so much to think about. Of course, you want to get a really cool name, a solid name, a strong name, but some people want more of like a free-spirited name, not overthinking the name or not wanting to be stressed about the name. So I completely understand. There's still a lot of cool names out there, and I hope that you like some or all of the names that I'm going to be listing today. If you do, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Comment down below what's your favorite name from today's video. After this video, go check out my other video and see if you like those names, because of course I'm not going to be mentioning them in today's video, but there are some great names. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. I also did not want to just stick to boy names. If you've been following me on my channel, you know that I am having a boy, or I will hope that you know that I'm having a boy if you checked out some of my other videos. But I am having a baby boy, but I wanted to still give you those other names. If you're here, I want to give you some girl names. I don't want to just say boy names because I'm having a boy. You never know. And some of these names are actually unisex. They can go either way. So I just didn't want to say strictly boy names. I'm just going to start with the girl names. And like I said, I'm not going to be giving out a meaning behind these names. So the first one is Sarai. I always love this name. It's super pretty. Or Sinai. I may have mentioned that name before. I'm not too sure. But Sarai and Sinai, I really do like those names. Azaria, which is a very special name to me. It's actually a biblical name. And I actually have a late sister that's her name, and I have a little cousin that's actually her name. And I love the name. It's super unique. We call my little cousin AZ, or you can break that up so many different ways, but I love that name. Azaria, if you're watching this video, hey girl, I love you. But I think that's such a pretty name, such a unique name. Then we have Emery. My daughter, Shy, her middle name is Emery, and there's multiple ways you can spell it, but I spell it E-M-E-R-I-E, and the way I also have it listed here is E-M-E-R-Y, which is another unique name. You don't come across that name a lot. I think it's very pretty. Then I have Zuri with a Z, and I have Zara. I know a lot of people think about brands and like, I can't name my kid after a brand. It's not after a brand. I think that the name itself is very pretty. I'm starting to see it, not too much though, but I'm starting to see it, and I think that it's a very pretty name. If you're typically thinking about naming your kid like Sarah, just change the S to the Z. Zara's more unique. Trust me, you're gonna like it, and I'm pretty sure your kid's gonna like it. It's only 4 letters. If you watch my other video, you know like whenever I name my daughter, I wanted something super simple. Her first name is Shy, which is another name on my list because that name can be unisex. It primarily was a boy's name, but it can be a girl's name, obviously. Her first name is Shy, her middle name is Emery, and I spelled it E-M-E-R-I-E, and Shy is S-H-A-I. So is actually Shy Emery Rain. I have 2 middle names. That's why my daughter has 2 middle names. So that's where that comes from. Shy, I think, is cool either way. If it's a boy or a girl, it means gift from God. That's the only one y'all getting the meaning from on that. But Emery, I decided to name Shy that for my own personal reason as well. If y'all really want to know more about the background of her name, and because it's a whole story, let me know in the comments down below, because I really put a lot of thought into her name. We also have Giselle. Always thought this name was pretty. We know that Beyonce's middle name is Giselle. It sounds unique. You don't see that a lot. Rain, there's several ways to spell that. If you want to go with like the princessy type of vibe or queen type of vibe, like I was going with Shy's middle name. Rain is R-E-I-G-N, but I have 2 other ways here that you can spell that, which is the R-A-Y-N-E or R-A-I-N-E. I don't know the meanings behind those 2 ways, but if you don't want to do the R-E-I-G-N and you still like the name, I think those 2 ways are pretty cool. Naomi, I've always loved that name. That has actually been the name that was, I originally thought my daughter, when I was younger, I thought I was gonna name her Naomi. Now I see it a little bit more, not too much. It was like super popular when I was younger, and I think it's starting to come back around. Also, another name I like is Jade. I love the meaning behind Jade. I love the color Jade. I think that is super cool. So if I say super cool or super pretty a lot, I'm sorry, but these are my honest thoughts behind these names. I also have Cairo. I have a little cousin named Cairo. She's so beautiful. And that, of course, has this nice meaning. That name itself can be, it's a unisex name. But Cairo is very pretty. If you don't want to spell it the traditional way with the C, you can also spell it with the K. It's still pretty cool and unique. Then I have Ryan. I have on my list Ryan, which is another unisex name. However, you can still spell it different if you want it to be a little bit more feminine. Normal way of spelling Ryan is the R-Y-A-N, but for a little girl, you can spell it R-I-A-N. Makes it more feminine, like I was saying. I don't know why this go around. I just fell in love with a lot of R names, but I love Raina. I have a little cousin. Also, her name is Raina. She's so beautiful, and I just think that the name itself is different and unique. My nickname is Shay. So you know me outside of the YouTube world, you know my nickname is Shay, which is S-H-A-Y. You can also spell that S-H-A-E. A lot of people look at 4-letter names, they think about it just being a nickname. That's not the case. These can be super strong names, strong enough to be a first name. Something more on the lighthearted side. You don't want a name that's too complicated, super long, when your kid doesn't even know how to spell that when it's time to go to school. You know, so I mean, it's up to you. We like long names, but for me, the first name, I needed it to be short because of course I had 2 middle names. Like if I want to do it long, her first name needed to be short, 4 letters. My boy names, I have been thinking a lot about boy names because I have not I have not picked a solid middle name for my baby boy, and I've just been trying to figure out what names I like. So I did come up with some names. At first, like I told you guys, I wanted it to be an A or an S. I wasn't just finding names that I like. So here we go. So we have Enzo. I love this name. I think it's so cool. It's 4 letters. Y'all know me. Super simple. I really think that is unique. You don't see it a lot. Then I have Kenzo. You just add a K to that. I think that's still unique. You don't see a lot of that. Of course, it is a brand, if you know about that brand. Then I have Ryder, which is also a name that I feel like can be unisex. I think a little girl named Ryder. It is 2022. If you want to name your daughter Ryder, I think that's perfectly okay. But yeah, so I have Ryder. I also have Kai. I may have mentioned this before. I'm not too sure. Maybe I thought I did. But I love that name, Kai. When we were in Hawaii, I was looking for little things that says my daughter's name. The person told me that Shy, like it means the same thing. Like this is literally what they told me. I'm not making this up. But K-A-I. So I thought that's a super unique name. That's again a name that could be unisex for a girl. I have Maverick. I also know a Maverick, and he's so strong, and it just gives me that type of vibe. Horses are, you just think of a strong being. I know it has its own meaning to it, but I think that's a very nice, strong first name. I have Oren, and I just like it. No particular reason, I just like it because it's unique and it's rare. You don't meet a lot of Orens. I have Kyrie. If you're into the basketball world, of course, or if your boyfriend or husband likes sports, they may really like that name, but I still think that it's a nice, simple name. So I told you guys about Shy, how that can be a unisex name. And I have Kingston, or even King, which I kind of think is a little bit cliche, but it depends on how you pair it with the middle name, if you're doing a middle name, or if you just want to do a first and last name, the first name be King. But I think Kingston is cute, or like Princeton. Those are cool names. We don't see them a lot, but of course I wouldn't pair that with something super crazy because of those, because of just how it sounds, but it's still super unique. Then I have Omari, or Omar, or other, the last two names that I think are nice, unique names. I can go on and on and on and on about names. I wanted to share with you guys these names because these names have been on my mind, and I know you guys like this, and you're probably like me, trying to find names, just needing some type of advice, needing a little bit of a push, needing to hear the name out loud. There's multiple reasons, you know, that helps people decide on a name, but try not to stress, mamas. Just pick a name that you're gonna like, that you can see, you know, growing with your child, growing with yourself. Even for myself growing up, my name is XoShardea. I did not go by XoShardea until I was like literally 18, 19 years old. People who knew me would probably call me that, but everybody called me Shay. And I just feel like, pick a name, have your meaning behind it, love the spelling, switch up the spelling. You don't have to go by the book, it's your baby, but have fun with it. And I greatly appreciate you guys tapping into my video. Let me know in the comments, what was your favorite name? What are some names that you find unique? Share those with us, because I haven't given birth yet, so I may really gravitate to a name you have in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.